Hi, welcome to Christmas at Bookmarks. I'm Christie Harkin, your host, and today I'm joined by 4 reporters, young ladies, all from the same school, all from the same class at St. Joseph's in Aurora. Welcome. Hi. So today we have Mackenzie, Joanna, Catherine, and Erin, and they've each brought in a Christmas book for us so that we can all get into the season this month and get all psyched up for Christmas. And they're a great variety of books. We've got some more Bible-based stories as well as some really funny Santa stories, and I brought one in from my childhood that I just loved. So let's get started. Now, not only did these girls bring in books and are not only they ready to talk about their great Christmas books, but they drew some pictures. So they are all artists. And our first artist guest today is Mackenzie, who is 7 years old in grade 2 at St. Joseph's, and she read The Donkey's Dream by Barbara Helen Berger, right? Okay, so tell me about your book and tell me about your picture.
The picture is about where the donkey dreamed, where there was angels around and he was carrying a rose. So that's the man that was leading him. Here's the donkey, and that was the road that I kind of draw like a car. Mm-hmm. And there's the angels all standing there, and that's the sun, and there's the waterfall. And there's some other things that he dreamed about, because first he dreamed he was carrying a city, and next he dreamed he was carrying a boat, and then a fountain, and then a rose, and then he dreamed he was carrying a lady full of heaven because Jesus was inside her belly.
Why do you think he was dreaming he was carrying a city?
I don't know.
That's a strange one.
I don't know.
Maybe it was all just future stories of what was going to happen in Jesus' life?
Yeah.
Something like that? Yeah. Now, when you read the story, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part, I liked when the baby opened his eyes and the whole cave went into shone, the light.
Oh, it was all lit?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
He opened his eyes, and you could see him on the picture. They did a really close one. Mm-hmm. So you could see the baby. It's cute.
Well, that sounds like a really good story. Now, was it written like in straight prose, or was it a poem?
Oh, it's not a poem. It's a book.
Just straight. And there are lots of nice pictures in it? Yeah? I'll bet they're not as nice as yours, though. Can I keep this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's Mackenzie and The Donkey's Dream. And we'll get a picture of that up, too, for you. That's great. So, well done. Now, our second guest is Joanna, who is also 7, who is also in grade 2, and also at St. Joseph's. Oh, and you all have the same teacher, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to say hi to your teacher?
Hi, Mrs. Driscoll.
Hi, Mrs. Driscoll. And I also want to, at this point, take an opportunity to say thank you to Mrs. Williams, who was instrumental in bringing Bookmarks to St. Joe's and getting all of these lovely ladies onto my show. So, Joanna, What Santa Can't Do this was a very funny book, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you remember who it's by, any chance?
I forget.
Douglas Wood. Douglas Wood, who is one of my favorite authors. In fact, he was one of the first authors that I reviewed on this show, in our very first show. So What Santa Can't Do. Why don't you tell me about your book and your picture?
Take the picture, take it.
Yeah, give me a shot. How about the picture? You want to tell me about that?
If Santa gets a car, then he would hurt the reindeer's feelings.
If Santa buys a card, he will hurt
a car.
Yeah, car. That makes more sense. A car, he will hurt the reindeer's feelings. And there is the car. Now, why would that hurt a reindeer's feelings?
Because he drives his sleigh.
Mm-hmm. And Joanna, why do you think the reindeer would feel hurt if Santa bought a car?
Because he wouldn't use the reindeer on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, then what the heck would the reindeers be doing with themselves, right?
Yeah.
They'd be out of a job.
Yeah, they would go away and they'll be sad. They have nowhere to go.
They would be very sad.
They'll be in a forest.
What were some other things, Joanna, that Santa can't do?
He can't find the slippers
Why can't you
Slippers.
find his slippers?
He's out of his mind.
He loses things a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bet Mrs. Claus helps him find his slippers.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
can't remember what to get at the groceries, what Mrs. Claus said.
He can bring.
He probably needs a list, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's right. That's what Santa does. Santa has lists, and he checks them, right?
Big
So that's important.
Yeah.
Now, Douglas Wood, this is a whole series. I think there's other books in this series that come out at other times of the year. There's one for Father's Day, what dads can't do, what moms can't do, and this one is what Santa can't do. So that's a really good series to go to your library or your bookstore to check out.
And there's a book that what teachers can't
What
do.
teachers can't do. There are too many things teachers can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty smart, those ones, right? All right.
Your institute teacher.
So that's our first two guests. We're going to take a break, and while I leave you for a break, I want you to think about this for a little bit. We have two trivia questions that the girls here helped me pick out in order to win a book that we're going to be reviewing later in the show. The first question is, name all of Santa's reindeer. There are a lot of them. You may have to look it up. If you know the song, you probably can do them all. So that's the first question. The second question, the bonus question, is what were Frosty the Snowman's first words once he came to life? So if you think you know the answer to that, you can email it to me at www.aci.on.ca/bookmarks. There's a link there for the email. The trivia question will also be there. You can go to the left-hand side of the page, click on the link, and it will take you right to the trivia question. If you would like to be a bookmark reporter like these four girls on my show today, all you have to do is go to that same website, www.aci.on.ca/bookmarks, and follow the links, and you can become a bookmark reporter too. So we'll be back in just a moment.